Welcome to our latest edition of the video series revolving around sales and marketing. We've been overwhelmed by the amount of comments that we've been receiving over the last few weeks and the followers that are developing of people that are really looking to be able to grow themselves in their career, especially those salespeople that are currently watching this video. So thank you for that. What we'd like to do today is cover subject matter around what we feel is one of the most intricate skills in the sales process, and that is the art of trial or soft closing. Now, remember, a trial or soft close is a closed question asking for low-level commitment from your customer. So as you reach the conclusion of the body of your presentation, as you've gone through accentuating the features of your product and service, your company, and then really relating the benefits directly to the customer, you reach a culmination of the process whereby you're required to ask the customer whether, based on what you've discussed, they have a direct interest in the offer. So this can usually be something as simple as saying, from what we've discussed today, is this something that you could see yourself moving ahead with? Now, remember, a closed question is always a question that has one of two answers, either yes or no. Of course, we're as often as possible looking to achieve the yes from the customer. I mean, some of the greatest educators in this field, people such as maybe Pareto and Law, are individuals that really talk about the power of the yes from the customer. The more yeses that we achieve, the more consistency there's developing. As the logic compounds, the likelihood is that the customer will continue to purchase. Now, getting that yes is easier said than done. It has to come through the deliverance of the closed question in the right tone. Look to use presupposing tones, reasonable person tones, to be able to get the answer that you're looking to achieve from the customer. And remember, once you get 3 yeses through those tie downs or closed questions, it's absolutely essential that you transition into a trial close. Now, remember, what's really important here, guys, is that fish do not jump into boats. You have to ask your customer to purchase. Very rarely in the sales process does the perfect sale happen where you say presentation, feature, benefit, price, and the customer just asks you, how is it best for them to purchase this? Usually, it requires you to be able to motivate them to make the decision to purchase, because a majority of us are not accustomed to making decisions very, very quickly. As a matter of fact, some people are extremely poor decision makers. The more incentive that you give them to purchase, based on the logic of the features and benefits that are suggested, the more likely it is that you're going to be able to close the transaction. So something like, based on what we've discussed today, with everything that we've taken into account, I feel this is a perfect fit for you. So why don't we do this? Let's get you started today. It takes nothing more than a little bit of basic information to get your application going, and I will take care of absolutely everything else for you. Sound fair enough? Remember, when we use closed questioning, we can often say the word sound fair enough, sound reasonable. When we do this, the customer will often respond with their answer of yes to how the information you shared sounded. Of course, when using the right tone, it is going to sound fair or reasonable. But what they're doing is sub or unconsciously agreeing to the decision to continue moving forward. That is a very intricate way to be able to transition from the body of your presentation into the hard close. And remember, if you do ask the trial close and the customer doesn't immediately commit to the purchase, all you're going to activate is a question or an objection. And either way, that is when the sale truly begins. But remember, there's always 2 reasons the customer's going to give you that they can't purchase. One of those is going to be the real reason. The other is going to be the reason that sounds good. Usually, the latter is the one that comes first. So what you need to do is deflect and, more importantly, get to the root of what is holding the customer back. That will usually be their limiting beliefs or lack of trust or faith in yourself or your organization, which may have been developed due to previous bad buying experiences. Okay? Please make sure continuously that you are trial closing. You are actively attempting to commit the customer to the purchase, because only when you do that will you understand how close to the buying line that they are. Once you recognize that, you have an opportunity to be able to conclude or close the transaction. Guys, thank you again for a few minutes of your time. If you do have any questions, feel free to comment on this video, or alternatively, contact us on admin@isrtraining.com.au. It's been an absolute pleasure. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.